CODY opens the show talking about Jey Uso, saying he may have had other reasons to bring him to Raw, adding we ain't in the third innings anymore, boys, teasing that he's still got his sights on the Bloodline. Judgment Day would interrupt. They say they gave Jey the opportunity to join them and dealt with him, but CODY always has to get involved. Jey would come out and stand by CODY, then Sami and Kevin would come out and stand with CODY. This finally results in the Judgment Day backing away. JD McDonough comes out with chairs. Judgment Day head to the ring, but Damian Priest isn't eager to return. Eventually he does, but it's too late, and he suffers a beatdown. Backstage, an angry Damian tells JD that he will never be allowed to join the Judgment Day. First match sees Otis take on Big Bronson Reed. This is a fun contest as these two collide. Bronson hits a splash to secure the win. Becky Lynch asks Tegan where she was last week. Tegan said she was backstage, but she let Natalya have the opportunity. Becky tells her not to do that again. Tegan goes to speak to Adam Pearce, seeing if she can get an NXT women's title match for next week. Natalya interrupts, wanting a rematch with Becky. After some arguing, Adam makes a match, Tegan Nox versus Natalya, for later in the show. Second match sees Tommaso Ciampa take on Ludwig Kaiser. Vinci would distract, allowing Ludwig to get the pin, but Vinci stayed down, and so the ref didn't see Ludwig. Ciampa would recover and secure the victory. Ciampa would send a message to Gunther after he's coming to take it all. Backstage, Gunther berates Vinci and Ludwig, and Gunther tells Ludwig that Vinci is his responsibility now. Next week, we get a Gunther-Ciampa contract signing. Third match is Tegan Nox against Natalya. There are dueling chants from the crowd as both women get support, but Tegan would be the one that goes on to win, ensuring that she gets an NXT Women's Championship match next week on Raw. Seth comes out and tells Shinsuke if he doesn't accept his challenge from last week, then he's moving on. Nakamura says challenge accepted and adds that at Fastlane, the two will be competing in a last man standing match for the WWE World Heavyweight title. Next, we get Dominik Mysterio defending his North American title against NXT superstar Dragon Lee. There's great action here. Amazingly, Dominik Mysterio would win clean. Backstage, we see Akira Tozawa trying to get out of Nia Jax's way as she heads towards the ring. Nia comes out to a new theme. She talks to Michael Cole in ring and talks about all the women that she's squashed. Zoey Stark interrupts and gets in Nia's face. This leads to a match, Zoey Stark versus Nia Jax. Zoey tries lifting Nia but fails, and this shifts the momentum of the contest, eventually leading to Nia securing the win. It's announced that at Fastlane we'll get John Cena versus Jimmy and Solo in a handicap match. Next, Drew McIntyre is on Miz TV. Miz tells Drew he would have done the same thing regarding Jey Uso. New Day interrupts, saying for the past few years they'd been calling Drew Big D, and it seems like there's now a little bit of shrinkage. Miz tries to talk, but Drew keeps cutting him off. Drew ends up headbutting The Miz and challenges the New Day to a match. We return from commercial to our next match. It's Drew McIntyre against Kofi Kingston. Mid-match, Ivar of the Viking Raiders would attack Xavier. Drew stops Kofi from helping Xavier, hitting him with a Claymore for the victory. Ivar would go on to attack Kofi after, and Drew just walked away. Main event sees Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Damian Priest and Finn Balor for the undisputed tag team titles. This is a good match with close falls. Dominik would distract. Jey Uso would come down and attack Dominik, but JD would then get involved. CODY came down as total carnage broke out. Sami hit a haluva, but JD nailed Sami with one of the tag belts. Damian would get the pin, ensuring that Judgment Day retained. Judgment Day are victorious, but Raw ends in a big brawl.